Welcome to the Untapped Wealth channel. In this video, I'll show you why Albert Einstein's contribution to the world of finance was off base and what he should have said instead. I'll also show you why fixing his mistake matters to your financial future. I'm Matt Kennedy, founder of Kennedy Wealth Design and author of the best-selling book, Untapped Wealth. For uncommon financial and business advice, please subscribe to this channel and be sure to click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. Albert Einstein famously said that compound interest is the most powerful force in the universe. He even called it the eighth wonder of the world. Is he right? Let's test it. So with an initial balance of $50,000 earning 6% over 30 years, the account balance we see here will grow to $287,000. This is the miracle of compounding interest that Einstein talks about. Interest earning upon interest, stacking on top of interest over time without you having to lift a finger. But there's a problem with Einstein's comment. Life gets in the way. Let me introduce you to a couple of friends of mine to illustrate the point. To illustrate what's missing with Albert Einstein's comment, let's look at a friend of mine called the debtor. Now, this line represents the zero line. It represents a person who has no money, but they also owe no money. And so the debtor is the person who goes out and borrows money. And then they work to pay it back. But when they pay it back, they have to make another purchase. And so they borrow money again, and then they take 4 or 5 years to pay it back. And then they have to borrow again, et cetera, et cetera. And you can see that over the course of their lifetime, they never really get above zero. Now, we know that this is not a good position to be in. And so what folks do is they decide that they're not going to be the debtor. They are going to be what we call the saver. Now, the saver is different than the debtor in that the saver delays gratification, saves up, and then writes one check for a major purchase. But as soon as they write that check, they have to start saving up again for the next purchase. Let's use a car as an example. Cars don't last forever. So if I'm going to pay cash for a car, as soon as I write that check, I have to start saving again for the next car because, as we said, cars don't last forever. Now, notice this picture and pay attention. At the end of the saver's life, is he really any further ahead than the debtor? He didn't have to pay all that interest, but he didn't really get anywhere either. And this is my key point. What is happening with the saver every time they save up and write that check? They are interrupting the compounding interest. So my point is that Albert Einstein missed it when he said compounding interest is the most powerful force in the universe. What I would add to his statement is that uninterrupted compounding interest is the most powerful force in the universe. Now let me show you what one draining of the account or resetting of the compounding interest can cost. One draining of the account for some type of purchase, and then taking 4 years to refill that account, much like the saver graph that we just looked at, saving up, spending, draining the account, taking 4 or 5 years to refill the account. Just doing that one time from our previous example subtracts $59,000 from the final balance. That's just one draining of the tank. So while Albert was partially correct, he missed the most important component of compounding interest. It must compound uninterrupted. To find out how you can harness the power of uninterrupted compounding interest in the way you finance your life and business, click on the link in the description box below to watch my masterclass and to apply to become my client. And if you like what you saw today, give us a thumbs up. Let your friends know about us. And as always, please subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we post new videos. Here's to a better life and a bigger future.